See if you can figure this out. Is that one? Is that one? Social. Go and stand in the corner where you were most influenced in that arrival activity. Social, go. Interaction, good. Go on.
Working together with the people.
So working together. Talking. So you said one of the qualities in there, coach needs to communicate. What do you think one of the most common words is after space on game day? After shouting space, spread out, what do you think one of the most common words is? Communicate, talk to each other. Yeah. So if we want kids to actually start to be receptive to one another, what do we need to encourage as a habit of training? Absolutely. So if we set the environment that it's okay to have a bit of a chat, great. But the more they can do it with a ball involved, the better. How many times have you wanted to say, stop talking, do what I've asked you to do? If we make the games fun enough, as they come, actually, they might want to take part and talk. So we get the best of both worlds. Yeah? Psych corner. Are you alright mentally? Just so I'm checking.
We are, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Why here?
Well, just saying, I think it's doing that exercise. It's great doing that at the game, and it was social, yeah, I get that. But it was just getting to think.
Yeah. Right. So you put that other hat on for a minute.
Yeah, really, those two.
Okay, cool. One from over here, technical. Was it good technique?
Yeah, it was more technical because it was switch it up, passing it over, do you know what I mean, different things. But if we could have turned up and we didn't know each other,
yeah.
wasn't no introduction, didn't say introduce yourself, we didn't say get to know each other. So if we just walked in off the street, it would have been just purely technical.
Right. I didn't say hello. 2 reasons. One is we're going to do it with the reaction game. Okay, so we know that's important. How did I encourage a little bit of this?
2-on-2.
Before the 2-on-2?
Oh, up there,
No,
yeah.
when you came down here. So I didn't say, oi, you, talk to him. You, talk to him. So on here, what have we got that's encouraging you? So even before that, 2 to 4 players.
Empowering us to organise.
Right, there's a word, empowerment. Yeah? So empowering you to take some ownership and responsibility, because it's your game. I'll bring the equipment, I'll hire the pitch, I'll give you a bit of guidance and advice. Yeah? But ultimately, I want you to try and grasp it. So go off in your 2s and 4s. Did you have to talk to do that?
Yeah.
To a certain extent. You might not have made any words, you might have just put them down and just started playing. I can cope with that. Are some players quieter than others?
Yeah.
Just happens, doesn't it? Yeah. So try not to force a square peg in a round hole. Let the kids be as the kids be, but we can encourage them. How else did I try and get interaction?
You make us a bit more easier for us, so we had to talk to discuss that.
Right. And the challenge was, could you come up with a rule to bond more as a team? And did you go and do that? Yeah, I came up with a different way. But it was your idea, not mine. And how does it feel for a child, if I come on to this, how does it feel for a child if they're involved in the process? Could be. How else could it feel? Yeah, say what you see. But how could it feel if I say, oh, what do you think? Could you show me a little rule in here? Comes back to that word of empowerment. When Chris turned up, you said something about what did you want to get for your players? Get them doing what? For who? For themselves. Because come game day, who goes and plays it? They do. Now, 1 or 2 of you have mentioned parents on the sideline. I almost picture them going back to the computer games. They're the ones stood on the sideline controlling their son or daughter. Why didn't you pass? I told you to pass. You as the coach are pulling your hair out. So we've got to involve the parents a bit more, and I'll pick up on that one later. But if we can embed a habit of giving them ownership, responsibility, and create that life skill of thinking for themselves, do you know what? We're on the road to making better people, and hopefully they make a half-decent player as well. Arrival activities is one of those ways. So from the moment I turned up as the coach, you were 1 step ahead of me. Yeah, I like the fact you didn't take your 15-minute break. Attitude reflects outcome. Brilliant. Yeah. From the moment I turned up, how long were we before a ball was kicked? if that, yeah? Now, who decides how quick that is? How soon you get going? I might set the parameters or guide you, but this is the England DNA coaching fundamentals, and no, I don't expect you to read it now and or remember it. Has anyone read it?
No.
There's one hexagon on here, it's like Blockbusters, isn't it? Remember that game? There's one on here that says 70% ball rolling. Thoughts? So in any given session, 70% of the ball rolling.
Good, it's going to keep them interested, isn't it?
Right, so we said about creating fun, safe, engaging sessions. Yeah. If, from the word go, how long's your typical session with your players? How long do you hire a facility for? An hour. How long do you actually have it for? Be honest. Is there someone on it before you? Do they try and steal a minute before you? And then do you try and steal a minute after, but you get told to get off? So that hour soon becomes 55 minutes. So 70%, we need the ball rolling for 40 minutes. So it's less of us, more of them. If we can get that 70% minimum, hopefully 80, 90, possibly 100, there's more opportunities for them to do what? Learn, improve, flip it on its head. Develop, but flip it on its head. What's opposite to improve? Playing devil's advocate now. Fail.
Make mistakes.
Make mistakes. Get something wrong. Is that okay, by the way, to make a mistake?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So actually, giving them an opportunity to go out there and explore. So that's Arrival Games. There's loads of these ideas on videos online for you to access. Yeah? Those were just a couple. So football, tennis, through the gate, one bounce. Easier, harder, or just a little bit different. Happy with those? So that might be something you explore with your players from the word go. Have a stab in the dark at this.